Hi guys, I've had a super crazy week this week, as you all know, but I've had so many messages from everyone asking me about my makeup routine. So I'm going to show you guys how to get ready in 10 minutes. I've already prepped my skin, moisturised it, and I'm going to go straight in with a primer. So I'm using a primer today. It stops any shine creating on the skin. It also gives you a long lasting finish to your foundation, which every woman wants, working all day. So I'm just applying it with my hands, right, patting it into the T-zone, where the majority of women actually get a lot shiny. So, right across the face. Okay, so that's that done. I'm going to go in with my foundation. I'm using the Too Faced in the shade Light Beige today. Two pumps in the back of my hand. And I'm using the Crown brush. And buffing it in. This brush is absolutely amazing for getting that flawless look that every woman wants. And it's so handy to use, and it gives you good coverage. So always buffing it in circular movements. I try not to put any foundation underneath the eye area, as we're going to go in there with a concealer, because the consistency of the foundation is too heavy for underneath the eye. So we'll leave that alone for the time being. So depending on what coverage you want, you can keep buffing and buffing, but this is just a day look we're going for in 10 minutes. So short and sweet with this one. Done. So in with the concealer now, so I'm going to use the Urban Decay in the Light Beige, and I'm just going to put 2 drops of it underneath my eye and use my beauty blender and the pointed end of it, which is so easy to use when it comes to under eye concealer, because you can get right into the corner and dab it on. Make sure your beauty blender is damp also, because if it's dry, it's going to hurt underneath the eye area. So that's that done. And just tap a little bit on top of your eyelid. Okay, perfect. So in with the eyebrows, I'm going to use the Inglot in shade 17, the eyebrow gel. And with the Crown angle brush, so you've got a spoolie in one end and the angle brush in the other, brush the hairs and start creating the brow. So I'm unlucky enough to have a high enough arch already, but they're quite thin. So I want to create a thicker brow, so I want to create that line. And then bring it out. And then fill in any gaps from the front. So you want to do it in feather movements, very, very light, because you don't want it looking as if you've drawn it on. So that is one brow done, and on to the next. So this is the second brow nearly done. Fill in the front, and that is your brows done. Okay. So now for eyes, I'm going to go and I'm going to be using the MAC, one of my favourite palettes, and I'm just going to use the cream colour first of all for the base and put it right across my eyelid and tapping it right in. So this is your base colour, so this is your transition colour that's going to help blend any other pigments. Then with my Kiko blending brush, I'm going to go in with the red pigment for MAC and right into the sockets, circular movements right round, creating that flawless look. Nobody wants any lines across. So I've already got my lash extensions on, which is making my eyes look a bit fuller already. So all the circular movements right round. So with a smaller brush now, I'm going to go in, the more tighter brush, in with a darker pigment in this colour here, and into the socket, and just bring it underneath. So you bring it underneath just to give that more smokier effect, and then same to the other side, right round, circular movements right into the socket. This is a Crown brush also, one of their blending eye brushes. They're amazing, check them out. And then I'm going to just grab my beauty blender and just get rid of any edges. Right. So I'm going to go in with my Courage now, just to give a little bit of contour underneath the cheeks. just to give a little bit of structure. Every woman loves high cheekbones. And just bringing that right onto the hairline. Colour for my cheeks, this is the Morphe palette and the Crown Angle brush. And just so I'm just putting this in my cheek area just to give a bit of colour. So now a bit of mascara underneath. So this is just a day look, so I'm not going for any heavy liner. Just literally in the door and out. Then going back with my Inglot brush that I used for my eyes and tapping this highlighter from Inglot on my cheek, my higher cheekbone. And down the centre of my nose. Lips, I'm going to use the lip crayon pencil from Inglot. Outline my lips. And then my favourite Back Talk lipstick from Urban Decay. Okay, so one last thing, clean brush, a highlighter, and just put that on top of a Cupid's bow just to highlight and give them lips a little bit of fullness. And that, my friends, is a 10-minute makeover. Hair down, ready to go.